Hello guys, welcome to the FEI YouTube channel. My name is Han and today we're going to be taking a behind the scenes look at the day in the life of a professional eventer. So I'm here with Australian eventing star Amanda Ross. Amanda, thank you so much for having us today.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
No problem. When it comes to your everyday routine, what would you say is a typical morning for you and your horses?
Okay, so a typical morning depends on whether it's like the height of the competition season or whether we're in the off season, depends what time we start. So one of my, I don't like calling them grooms, my friends, Lawsy, she'll come in here and start at 8 o'clock, and that's turn out the stable horses if in winter. In summer they live outside, and then she'll do the feeds and then we do the boxes, and at least all the horses then have had a chance to be turned out, eat their breakfast, digest and have a little bit of a chill.
Yeah, perfect.
And then we start riding.
You got it right this time. Nothing is out of line. You know I'm wasted thinking about tonight. I'd lie for you, baby. Honestly.
So we're going to go and meet your beautiful horses. Now I have to ask, do you have a favourite?
I really can't say that I have a favourite. Well, they all have one or five redeeming features and wonderful things about them. If I said I had a favourite while I was standing in the stables, there would be a massive egotistical meltdown because actually they're all really opinionated, as you can see.
Yes.
So I will say that no, they all have wonderful attributes, but I don't have an absolute. Diesel said, good answer. Diesel said, I'm the favourite. This is Dyker Diesel. So he is a 2006 warm blood gelding. When we first got him, he was competing against, was it old 2-star, new 3-star levels?
Yes.
And he just like melted my heart. He's beautiful, he's brave, he's elegant.
Everything you want.
Yeah, yes. And as you can see, he's quite in your face. And we do call him cat's bum face because he can come at you with the ears back and he looks horrible, but he's actually a very beautiful, beautiful horse. So his main trick is he loves licorice.
Okay.
So we're going to give him a little piece, and you
a
just
bit of licorice.
you just ignore him for a bit because otherwise he's like, give me another piece. And then once he's decided that he's not going to get any more from you, he sucks it. And he will stand there for like probably 5 minutes and he goes into what we call the licorice coma.
I've never seen a horse do that. So now we have Lewis.
Yes, so Lewis and Diesel have the same dad. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
both by a horse called Donald, who's a Donald stallion. He gets caged in. We call this his cage because he's a windsucker. And Lewis was an orphan foal. So his mum died at birth. So he is kind of a bit like a dog in a lot of ways because he was raised by hand. And the lady I bought him from had him from a 5-year-old to an 8-year-old when I got him. So he'd done some really nice basic dressage, trail riding, and all that kind of stuff. And so he's now 11. That's why we love his dog.
This is why we love the dog.
He's now 11, but in 3 years I've had him, he's gone from literally not having any jump training at all to the new 4-star.
That's incredible.
So he has just shot up really
Seriously
well.
talented horse.
And the windsucking with him didn't bother me because he keeps his condition. He doesn't suffer from it, and I figured that if I can stop him from ruining his teeth and put electric fencing out there,
Yes.
you know, he
You
doesn't
can
buck,
control
he
it.
doesn't rear. He's a wonderful horse to work with, so you know, everyone has their thing.
So next up we have the beautiful Zazie. Now I definitely have a soft spot for her because the off the trackers are
Right.
very close to my heart. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit more about her.
She had not a great racing career, probably 7 starts or something,
Yep.
and then went to some friends of mine and was converted into an eventer.
Yep.
So her strengths are that she's just as brave and fast as anything I've
Yes.
ever sat on. She's amazing. And that she's quite fancy on the flat, so that's really developed. she's just the most incredible little horse. She's very quirky. Very quirky. She is her own woman.
You got a lot of personality.
You've got a lot of personality, as you can see here, but yeah, she's turning out to be such a wonderful partner. So she'll be aimed at Adelaide in the 5-star this year.
Very exciting.
She's the #1 Tokyo chick, aren't you?
So she's the #1 pick.
She's the #1 pick. Yep.
Representing the off the trackers. All right, so now we've got Vendi.
Yep, so Vendi is Irish. He and the other one who you'll meet later on came out November the year before last, so they've had a year and a half here. So he is also a 4-star horse, and he's obviously a lot bigger and more solid than the rest of my guys.
I can see.
Compared to other people's horses. He's actually not that big, but all my horses are tiny, so he looks massive. We nicknamed him Potato, and you have to say it in an Irish accent because, you know, Potato, which is probably a really bad Irish accent.
So last but not least, we've got Huey.
Yep, so Huey came out from Ireland with Vendi.
So another international.
Yes, he's an international, and he is a rising 8-year-old gelding. So he's done 1-star, so that's new 2-star.
Yep.
And I just love him. He's like compact, he's like a dog. He's so cute.
Beautiful.
He's a really, really handy jumper. I think he could be a show jumper.
Yeah.
But he's also very trainable. So, you know, when you ask me if I had favourites, I don't, but it's this one. Don't tell me.
All the other horses, close your ears.
Yeah.
So what is it that you love about eventing?
Been eventing all my life. I went to a pony club that was very strong in eventing, so
Right.
I have, you know, I've done showing, I've done dressage, I've done show jumping, but
Yeah.
I guess I just always evented.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I was to do straight dressage, which I have,
Yeah.
the high levels are interesting, but I just find it maybe a little bit boring.
It's boring.
It's a bit boring. Sorry, dressage people. And then I actually really love show jumping. So recently, I've had the opportunity to jump some way bigger tracks than you'd be out eventing.
Yep.
And you know what? I really love that. But I wonder if it's the fact I only had to bring one saddle.
Yeah.
It's such a relief. I'm like, oh, this is just so much more straightforward. But no, that was a real challenge, and I love that challenge.
Okay.
But I think being able to school on the flat makes your horses go better. The show jumping brings another element to jumping and keeping it under control and no blood rush. And then the cross country it's just an exhilarating feeling.
I think it's what a lot of people come for. is the
Yeah,
cross country.
yes, but yeah, and especially though, you have to have the right horse.
Yes.
And you have to train so that you and that horse have a clear message on what is expected from each other.
100%.
Otherwise, it goes a little wrong, as you know.
And obviously that's another challenge as well. So as an event rider, you'll need to train for 3 separate disciplines, not just the one.
Yes.
So, and you've got multiple horses on the go as well.
Yes.
So how do you sort of manage that and structure your weeks?
So over the many years I've been doing it, I've obviously, looked up and talked to heaps of different people who I've respected a lot and looked at their training programs. And then I'm really into fitness and the kind of science nerd side of fitness anyway.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of research like that. I've broken the week down into Monday's generally the day off, because if they've done a competition, that'll be Saturday, Sunday. Tuesday will be a flat work day because after a day off, they often need some limbering up. Wednesday is usually a jumping day or jumping exercises. So if my coach comes here to teach us all, that's a Wednesday.
Yep.
Then I try to fit in 2 fitness work days a week. So ideally, you
Yep.
do fitness work every 4 days, but that just doesn't go with the number
Doesn't quite
7.
fit in.
Yep. So Thursdays usually fitness work days, and then it starts again. So Fridays and a flat work day, because we've done a physical effort on the Thursday, so I want to let the body relax a little bit. Plus also puts the manners back in case you're a bit wild.
Yeah,
bring fitness
back down again.
Yeah. And then Saturday, if I think they need a show jump, or do some exercises, or they can do another flat work day.
A bit of a variable day.
Yep.
Depending on the horse.
And then Sunday usually coincides with cross country at an event, so again, that's a fitness work day.
Yep.
So that's generally how they fit in. But if I do a big event like on the weekend and go to New South Wales or something and it's a big travel, then I'll give them Monday and Tuesday off, because I think that the event combined with the effort of standing in a truck for quite a long time, they need a little bit longer to recover. Or we'll give them a really light lunge in a head collar and just loosen them up a bit. My big thing is every day I have to try to ride them on at least 2 surfaces that are different.
So I love this rule. So Amanda was telling me about this before.
Yeah. So because event horses have to go on uneven ground, they really need to be strong through their legs, and they need to be able to walk on ground that's going to dip away from them or slide away from them. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's wet, and unless their bodies are really conditioned, their ligaments and tendons, to coping with that, that's when you get these strains and sprains and stuff. We have gravel tracks, we have grass, we have this very amazing Martin Collins surface here. It's really like tempting to ride on it all the time.
This surface is amazing. It's like walking on a cloud.
It is. It's like riding on a cloud, and it's so quiet.
It's amazing, guys.
It's really cool. And then we've got the outdoor, which is 2 different types of sand. So they're all quite different. I try to at least walk out for 10 minutes before and after on the gravel, sometimes on the grass, a bit wet at the moment, and then school them on the arena where the surface is better for their joints.
Yeah. So here in Australia, we're just finishing up our eventing season. So what are your plans now?
So over winter I've got horses in various degrees of work, so some have had a bit of a breather, and so they're coming back into low level work, and others are just ticking over the winter because I don't want them to lose a lot of fitness and get too fat, and so they just do sort of 5 days a week. Our biggest plans are that of the 4-star level horses that we have, we want them all firstly to be qualified for Tokyo. So we need to get qualifying scores in a short and a long format eventing start.
So a bit of planning to do.
And we don't have that many long formats that if you do something a bit silly or you miss the opportunity, then it really puts you out. So at the moment, Lewis is the only one that's completely qualified.
So we've got one.
We've got one, we've got 3 to go. For me, I need to get these horses finishing on a score of about 30 penalties.
Okay.
We have to be really consistent because that's what you need to be to get on the Australian team. There are 3 spots, and I am absolutely I'm just going to do everything I can to get there. Yeah.
So consistency is the key.
Very much so, yeah.
Is that the dog? Oh, it's a dog. Oh no.
Oh my God. Come on. Oh, it's not Pokey. Come on. Back here.
Oh.
Good boy.
Hi. So I think now this is the 5th or 6th horse that you've worked today. Yep. Even I'm losing count now. Most people's days would sort of be ending at this point, but not for you.
No. Once we've done the horses, it's time for a few lessons to teach. So at the moment, actually tonight's really quiet, so it's just 1. But it's usually, 2, maybe 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I can get in the house by 7:30, that's good.
That's a good day.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to rake the arena or do that before I go in or sweep something up. And then about 9:30, I go to the stable horses and turn their lights out. I'll pick up their poo because it's so much easier rather than having to deal with the mess in the morning. And also if they need a little bit more hay, check their water. And then it's bedtime stories, carrots, lights out.
So your lessons are about to start for the afternoon.
They are.
If someone was looking to get into eventing, do you have any tips for them?
I think you have to enjoy being versatile. I think that's the big thing. You do need to enjoy being quite brave.
I would agree with that.
Brave, but you do need to...
You like a bit of an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, and enjoy the challenge. I think you have to be very prepared to get out of the arena. I think that's the main thing, that you're going to be doing, you know, arena work, jumping work, hill work, trail riding, all that kind of thing. And you need to make sure you've got, like with anything, a really good mentor. And someone that can help you to understand how to train a horse that's going to do all those disciplines.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I'm going to take away today is the incredible level of detail that Amanda puts into absolutely everything that she does with herself and her horses, from the way the horses are fed with the colour coding on the buckets, to the copious amounts of boards and planning that you will see all around the farm, to the way that she schedules her week. And the way she structures her riding through the week. It's really eye-opening, and it really shows that if you want to be the best, you need to organise like the best.